You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey.
It have our place, WZYE.
Is Pharaoh still existing? As he before, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We like the Israelites killing. Night and day, for next to nothing pay, so they can't see the way. We don't enjoy equal facility, like Pharaoh and company, brainwashing we say we free. We just can't hold this way. We just can't hold this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't hold. Like you did in Egypt, when Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki van. We have those modern Pharaoh who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Not even thinking that we will realize
you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss, while editorials ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long we hear it, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day our next to witness silence, while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap, while them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey, oh yeah, oh, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In our schools, kids getting on, we're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe, live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado, mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics, there is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be fraughting, and while church attendance real low. Protest pack plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through a port with big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap, while we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're facing the world when we have to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield, busy street, yes, in our city, killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you gas, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before
get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say we get up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up. Make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to
keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me wine and fix it. Cover me wine and fix it. Cover me wine and fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Good evening, good evening. You're on WZYE. Yeah, you're on WZYE, and this is Uncle Tommy here with you, thanking you for spending the time with us this evening. Professor isn't here at the moment. He's assigned to other matters today. I want to thank you. But before we continue, let me do our love doctor.
It have our place WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Yes, indeed. You're on WZYE, and that was the love doctor, Rennie Muhammad. Something I'm probably not doing wrong. I'm not getting myself. On here. If you can hear me, remember the number here to call in. It's Thursday, and I'm inviting call-ins. The number to call in is 973-609-6509. You can call in right away. No worries. Meanwhile, let me play one more song here while we get it together, while I get it together.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust But we have got a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutnipan and Calypso, it's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a relation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on Labanti is we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on Trinidad is we. From now on one philosophy. From now on Tobago shall be. From now on standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on this nation is we. From now on, this nation is we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we.
Still trying to get stage here.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing, good for nothing. Too much a good thing, never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up with PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost their hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM need his immediate attention. Ring me bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, cause it's not what it used to be. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. This thing is becoming out of hand. It's time this damn nonsense stop. If you don't sing a PNM song, from Skinner Park you'll be dropped. Calypsonian could have sing what they want. We were the spokesman for the people. Eric Duffy, Chambers Dunphy, when Kamala drunk how she like to pee. Calypsonian no, that's no way to go. Too much happening in we country. All this killing spree, young woman body, but only about PNM you could sing. All them songs playing on the radio, all you singing with Kamala do. But when PNM do a wrong thing, I ain't hearing a word from you. I want to ring me bell, wake up Mother Carcel. Every Monday she preach on Wack Radio and is the biggest critic of Calypso. Ring me bell for Patsy and Joni. I want them two cultural lovers to know not only PNM song is Calypso. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. Crime will never stop in this country once black people belly empty. How could a man work in CPEP maintain his whole family? All you say the past regime was so bad, so much wrong thing they done to
A very good evening to each and every one. This is WZYE. I'm writing solo for the moment. Hopefully we'll hear from the professor as we go along. But meanwhile, I'm here by myself, by my lonesome. The professor has other assignments that he has to take care of before he gets in touch with us. So we'll be hearing from him as we move along today. You can call in and let me know what's your opinion on some of the things that are happening. We have a flood crisis going on in Trinidad. I see Grenada has also been hit. As a matter of fact, we lost a school teacher in Grenada's flood. You can call in at 973-609-6509 and let me know what's going on, what's on your mind. I'm standing by. Let me see. Looks like somebody's calling, but it's not ringing. Why isn't it ringing? I have a call from 868-304-0821, but it's not coming up on my computer. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see.
Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy, you may have to open back WhatsApp on your computer. WhatsApp may be removed from your computer. You have to make sure icon is at the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe what you need to do, you need to go in WhatsApp and just open it up and just leave it open. So what you could do meanwhile, you could put on music and you could mute your mic and let the music play.
All right.
You will be in the background, but just mute your mic.
Okie doke.
happy. Relentless search for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone, if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness or every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring fight to be like a king. Children become delinquents for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation based on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important if we are trying to live. Everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation based on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important if we are trying to live. Everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit. What you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture. Appreciate one another. Share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. Appreciation based on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important if we are trying to live. Everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. appreciation. Everyone needs some, because important. Everyone's on the hunt. Appreciation. Everyone needs some, because important. Everyone's on the hunt. Appreciation. Everyone needs some.
This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, is one set of dotishness to Mama Kai, you and me. It ain't have no color, it ain't have no race, it ain't have no principles or any values in place. And it was never meant to be the answer for unity. It shares no philosophy with any consistency. For when you watch the pedigree in each and every party, the difference you see turns out to be a case of power and money. Look here, them French Creoles in Saint-As, Maraval and Saint-Clair, they don't hold no allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing. Money is getting. That's why PNM quite on turn coat to UNC. And when Del Motley, his background showed he was with DAC. Hector Motley, the speaker, swore PNM till he dead. And when the last election over, he was UNC instead. Augustus Ramreka Singh, I knew him in Tapia. Next thing I know, he was a PNM minister. John Humphrey changed from Trinity and he joined about 5 parties. So he's only die-hard you and grassroots me. It's PNM and UNC. I lie. Oh, die, die, die. Oh, yeah, lie. This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, is only a power play to get our sympathy. It's not about African, it's neither East Indian. It had nothing to do with anybody's religion. Kamaluddin is a Muslim, Mahavi a Christian to the brim. Yet Montano the mulatto, different race, same party, you know. Johnny Milton and Rex Awan are 2 Chinese politicians. And while both of them love PNN, Brian Whiteton had a problem. Them French Creoles in Saint-As, Maraval and Saint-Clair, tell them they don't hold no allegiance or no party here. Right through, rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing. Money is getting. The name Steve Ferguson, Israeli and East Indian, who with Ishak Galbaran sing, both parties they financing. Joey Saw and Emil Elias, a PNM Lebanese, and yet Sabka of the same cast helps UNC pay their fees. Syrian businessman John Rahel, PNM make him mayor, An African with Mark as well. UNC made him minister. PNM's fundraising dinner had businessmen of all color. So it's only stupidity, you and me. It's PNM and UNC. I like. This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, it foolishly splitting we on the grounds of ethnicity. It make friends mash up fast, race hatred it unmasked. It cause ignorant people to bring out their gun and cutlass. And while poor people arguing about who good and who should win, the leaders jumping like monkey from one party to party. Just look at Arthur Sanderson, Horace Brooms is the next one. And first they could skip, they deserve a pick for hop, step and jump next Olympics. Look here. 10 French Creoles in Saint-Anne's, Maraval and St. Clair. Tell them they don't know allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. That's right. Loyalty, friends, means nothing. Money is their thing. I see Bagan left UNC to open she own party. Kamala Bisses and now previously she run wrong to UNC. Abu Bakr supported all three and now he fought nobody. Errol McLeod walking wrong daily, so you can't say which side he be. A&R, my good friend, walked out on Eric Williams years ago, and yet last year he would say how he loved Eric for so. Ralph Maraj and Manning get away, and Ralph was UNC next day, and yet Curtis you cussing stupid me for PNM and UNC. God bless. You like Hollis Liverpool. Shockers. Hey Chucky. Hey Lion. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for cutting the message. This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, it don't mean one blessed thing to Britain, France and Germany. It don't hold no water for Clinton and John Major. Them don't care who in power once they collect their Canada. When Clinton buy oil and sugar, no party doesn't matter. Them greenbacks that Clinton send we, Mark and Jack or UNC. That's why Deborah Mickens lately for the Tobago Assembly. I say hats off to she for thinking like me when you see it independently. Them French Creoles in Saint-Anne's, Maraval and St. Clair. Tell them they don't know allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supported who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends means nothing. Money is their thing. Abu Bakr left PNM, open his own party. Moving as some run from A&R to now, then he run back by UNC. Morgan Job joined now recently, cause he say that he love Robbie. But while he in our bodily, he might still up in UNC. Party in TNT, money is their ideology. That's why Brian White don't tell we he ain't taking over our poverty. Ramesh Maharaj cussing Manning, but do you know he was PNM years ago? So would somebody show me the morality in PNM and UNC alive? God bless.
Welcome, Aisha. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing, Tommy? Welcome. How are you?
Good, good. I'm here just with the phones, trying to get the phones working.
Oh, the phones are down tonight.
Well, I'm trying to get the phones. Let me see what's going on here now. My other phone is acting up now. Yeah, Professor. Yeah, Professor. Yeah, Pro.
Tommy,
Yes.
I called the number, but the number went to voice.
Wow.
It doesn't seem like the phone is on.
The phone is on. Let me see what's going on with this phone. Oh 42059. It says the device link device. It says at this. It says link device. Let's see. Zero 42059.
Do you have something playing? Do you have something playing while?
No, I have Aisha on the other line at this time.
Well, I mean, you want to just talk and know about the phone.
Yeah, well.
But it seems like if you can't, English is going to get that right. Because the only thing you can do is that you got to try and link the phone.
I can while we talk, while Aisha and I talk, I can try to scan this QR code one more time and see if it links.
Yeah, right. When you scan it, yeah, I don't make sure.
Aisha?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so we
camera on stuff.
We have a dilemma with the flood, with the waters now. Huh? Finally, rain decided to come, and now we have some challenges.
Yes, I've been paying attention to it in the news, but these are not new issues, unfortunately. Especially if there's a high tide, it's going to have some issues with the running off of the water. You know, we need to pay more attention to clearing our water courses in the dry season, Tommy. So when it rains, we will not have these types of issues. Trinidadians and Tobagonians are not a preventative society. We are after the fact that it happens type society.
Yes, I see the opposition leader trying to point some fingers. I'm not sure if those fingers are being pointed in the right direction. What do you think?
Well, I heard in the newscast, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the honorable opposition leader, said that central government and local government alone can't be held accountable for the flooding. In fact, she's telling constituents and residents of Debe and Pinal that they must hold some responsibility for it, you know? And I think she's, well, I can't talk for her, but she probably alludes to the fact that they're dumping, they're billing indiscriminately, you know.
So what else is happening? I see in Grenada we lost a teacher in that flooding.
Yes, I heard that a teacher was swept away in her car while attempting to cross a bridge close to the schoolhouse in Grenada. It is indeed sad. You know, the disaster preparedness and management officials seldom tell us in Trinidad not to stay in a car if floodwaters are rising. Do not drive through floodwaters. Do not venture into floodwaters. So I guess she thought she could have made it to the other side and unfortunately lost her life. And all of this extreme weather, by the way, is being blamed on global warming.
Well, we expected global warming to take effect. Those of us who believe that it was a reality, even though there are some who still, their heads are buried in the sand when it comes to global warming. But it's a reality, and we have to deal with it and treat with it.
You know, I have a different opinion on that, right?
What's your opinion?
I believe that they are messing with the weather, and they have been for quite some time, that global warming is man-made, and it's not an effect of the environment whatsoever. The earth itself has been around way too long, Tommy. The earth has been around too long.
You think the earth will fix itself?
Correct. Just like the human body that heals itself. So I believe what we see happening now, like snow in the Sahara, imagine snowing in the Sahara Desert, you know, those things, in my humble opinion, are man-made. And it's that way to channel mankind into a specific order. That's just my view. I can be wrong. I could be very wrong, but that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I am trying to see if we can get these phones working here. Or this phone will just...
So you can go ahead and put up your music. I was enjoying chocolate, so if you hear me in the background, Kaiso, those were the days, Uncle Tommy, when music had a mission, you know?
So true. But we need to hear from the audience. I know they want to, I know Mr. Intellectual was trying to get in. Try again, Mr. Intellectual. Let's see if this thing works.
Let me say good evening to Donna Ramlo-chan. She's on the chat. To Hanif Daniel. He said, good night, Defender. Your friend Aisha on tonight. Good evening to you, Hanif. Alberto Montano, bless evening to you. Good evening to Robert Nesbitt. How you doing? CPT Singh, good evening.
The phone's working. Let's take this call.
Sure.
You're live on WZYE and welcome.
That's what I don't get to me. I'm paying them Aisha.
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
I didn't feel to find just watching how the thing going. Uncle Tommy, yesterday, the Auditor General had was to sit before a committee. They have believed, if I'm not mistaken, a committee of the Parliament to discuss the missing funds. And somehow it was abruptly cancelled or postponed, if that is better word to use. Why? What they are trying to hide? Why they don't want to have to go before a joint select committee? Is there something to hide here, Aisha?
And I want to say, Mova Defender, that while I sit here, I am not representing any political party. I am definitely not here to represent the PNM. I am not a representative of the PNM on this program, nor has I been assigned or elected one. So, having said that, I am representing Aisha Wells on the show this evening. And I too, Mova Defender, paid close attention to what transpired in the Parliament as it relates to the Auditor General's conversation. And I too find it extremely weird that the government decided to sit this one out. But I look at it this way, Defender. If the government continues to operate in this particular manner and not come out and address this Auditor General situation, then the Court of Public Opinion will have an opinion on this matter, and it may not be in the government's favor. And they will not and cannot run from the Auditor General conversation indefinitely. So they have to address it, maybe deferring it, hoping that some other situation can take a forefront that will capture the public's attention, and this Auditor General situation may die a slow political death. Maybe that might be their strategy. But the way how things are going, I don't think that strategy may work. People want to hear from them on this matter.
Okay, well, at least it's something a little better, because I listen to tape on YouTube with you hanging up on Wall Street, and it's shocking that you hear the program. So I just was concerned, but it's something a little better now tonight. So I want to get a little easier tonight. Very nice, and about the show.
But Defender, I would like to sit and have a conversation with you. You know that? You seem like you're very passionate about the issues, even though you come across strong and strong-headed and strong-willed. You seem like you have a good heart and you want what is best for the country.
What you call out the radar me against what going on in the country, and I was sitting and talking to you. And until that day, I ain't really up to them. Very nice.
I ain't lie, boy. Move a Defender and a budging, Uncle Tommy. All how I extend the olive branch. All how he ain't budging, boy.
Well, you're gonna have to do a whole lot to bring him back on track when it comes to believing in you. But we were talking about the climate, and you were alluding to HARP. If I'm to just say what you had going on in my head.
Yeah, go ahead. I'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts.
Is it that your thoughts are that the scientists are messing with the weather patterns? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I don't know how much of science you really pay attention to, but I do. And they have a machine called the LLC, and another machine that's called HARP, that they self-proclaimed that they assisted Ethiopia and parts of Africa when they were undergoing a drought in the 90s by manipulating the weather. This is public news. I'm not making this up. You can Google it.
This to be a fact. Go ahead.
It was a CBS article, in fact, that they confirmed that they used the HARP machine to assist Ethiopia and parts of Australia, if memory serves me right, with artificial rain to help address the drought that they were experiencing. So in other words, they let the cat out the bag, but with a good and a happy ending. Most people hearing it will say, okay, great. They assisted Ethiopia to come out of a drought, and this is the news. And
all right, let's take this call.
Go ahead, take it.
This is WZYE. Caller, you're live. You're live.
Good evening, Aisha and Uncle T.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Intellectual. Thank you for calling.
That's not a problem. Actually, I was having some issues this afternoon.
Yes, well.
And I was wondering when Aisha was going to pop up on the program.
Well, her popping up.
Eventually, I saw she showed up.
Her popping up helped me with the resolution of the problem. I guess she brought she brought great vibes.
You needed some motivation.
She brought some great vibes. So I want to thank her. Thank you, Aisha.
You're welcome, Mr. Intellectual. Is looking for more what?
I just wanted to argue with Aisha this evening where our business is concerned. If anybody knows the technology that these fellas and them have and how they can manipulate the weather patterns and stuff like that and thing, even seeing the clouds and stuff. nothing strange to know that they could create storms and earthquakes and this kind of thing, you know. Especially the large earthquake that took place in Haiti and those areas that I'm there could be manipulated. There is a system that they have that could do those things. I don't remember the name right now, but at one point in time I came across some info on that. So those are some of the things that they are trying to put in the heads of people, that this climate change, so that they can manipulate the people and have them channel in a certain direction away, so that they could bring in the personal agendas. We will talk about that another time. I am very concerned about this Auditor General thing that taking place, and I see everybody is silent about it, even down to the opposition and all. I haven't heard them come out and make any definite statement, especially the person who is the chair of that Public Accounts Committee. So he's supposed to be a UNC, right? And he hasn't come out and made a statement. He was the one supposed to give a reason why this meeting was cancelled. And I am yet to hear the reasons for the cancellation at this particular meeting. It was advertised and so on, and afterwards they just came after the person waited for how much? Probably an hour and a half, and then they canceled the meeting. That is gross disrespect, not just to the individual, but to the population of Trinidad and Tobago. And if people don't take into consideration these kind of things that this present government is allowing to take place, we are in a lot of trouble. You know. This is no longer a creeping dictatorship. You know. This is a full-fledged dictatorship. You know. And just now we're going to lose all our rights and freedom if we do not stand up and call for some kind of accountability. You know. If we allow this thing to happen as it is right now, we won't have a say in this country in the nearest future. You know. We and our children and them would have no future again. You know. I think people need to take cognizance of what it is happening now, and we need to, well, say something. I'm using your platform to say that I disagree with what is happening at this present time, and I do not think that the government is capable of continuing to run this country efficiently, so that we could get our just due. I hope you people have a blessed evening this evening, and I hope the program continues to be progressive, and that we all could learn something this evening. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Aisha, before that state seemed to be asleep, because that's who can rally the people. What say you?
Let me get that again.
I said the fourth estate seemed to be asleep on the job.
Or the media?
Yes, ma'am. Because that's who can heighten the awareness and rally the people into taking action, some kind of action, because something has to be done.
As I said, if the government's strategy in dealing with this Auditor General is to pray for a bacchanal to occur that people will forget it, they may be shooting themselves in the foot, because there are people who are anxiously waiting to hear what they have to say on the issue. They've been mum, they've been silent on the issue. I've seen the Attorney General call press conference for way less than what has happened. You know, the law lords in Privy Council stepped outside of the box in this ruling. They didn't even want to hear from the opposition or the defense. They did not want to wait for a statement to go out. They made a statement and then issued a response after. And all these things are a bit abnormal for the government not to address it. You know, and sometimes in situations, Tommy, You have to deal with it head on. Okay, I made a mistake. Yes, I did. I made a mistake in this situation. The minister has to resign. Let it take its course and move on. Because when you act in a transparent manner, you earn the public's trust. But apparently, this government does not intend to do that. And because they have not moved in the direction to get it done, they leave the public to make a decision on them.
Yeah, but I'm saying that who's holding their feet to the fire? Usually, that's what the media does. What's the media doing? What good is the media to the people?
To be honest with you, personally, I don't think the average man look forward to the media anymore for information. The traditional media, that is, because everything can be found on social media in real time. And if you want to find out how the people think, I think going on social media may be the best place to tell you. People not waiting for the news to tell you anymore what's happening in the country, because they already realize that the media themselves appear to be compromised on certain issues.
Mr. Brooklyn, let's see what he's got to say. Let's hear you. WZYE, you're live. Mr. Brooklyn.
Hey, good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, Aisha Wells.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, I'm great. Aisha Wells, I want to ask you a very hard question.
Go ahead and ask me. It's not that hard.
I'm not going to attack you the way home nobody defender is doing aggressive. I'm going to ask a nice question.
Sure.
Because I'm hearing people saying that the government, this and the government, they can't continue. But when you listen to some of the people in Trinidad and Tobago, they're not seeing nothing wrong. So my question to you is, what is be going through a PNM person's mind, even though they know they're suffering, but cannot understand that they're suffering? Seeing that you was, like I would say, one of the leading PNM, in time. I want to know if you can explain to me why we own black people. Because I'm sure you have helped a lot of these same PNM people who still vote PNM today. You continue helping them, and they are nothing, and only they continue to beg for help. But they wouldn't help themselves by making the right decision, the right choices in their life. What it is, because I say it's over. I know I look at some things coming out of Africa and places where they say most of the Caribbean leaders just come to Africa to do the thing. Most of them, excuse me, and we see Kid Christopher Rowley have visited Africa numerous times, and he brings nothing back for the people to say, well, he brings something back to the country from Africa to make black people, African people proud. And also, whenever he's going to Africa, he never carry nobody from the Emancipation Board or Committee. He go by himself for whatever he go in and carry down in the basement of the PNM Balizé house so that they could get people to eat and drink in them rallies to keep them under the curse of the PNM. I want to know what it is, if you could explain that for me tonight. Thank you very much, Aisha.
Okay, so funny enough, Brooklyn, I had a conversation like that this morning with someone while I was going to Port of Spain. Just having conversation in the car. And the conversation was surrounding why PNM supporters believe that the government is always right on issues, right? So the person, well, I should say my significant other, his position on it was they genuinely believe that the PNM is always right and that they are good. It's a genuine thought that the average PNM supporter have. So then I asked him, I said, okay, but when things come into the public domain that shows that they are wrong, then what would the average supporter think? And he said to me, they would believe that it's UNC making mischief and that the PNM has no part to play in it. That was the conversation we had this morning. I want to piggyback a little bit on that conversation to help you to understand. While you may think it's necromancy, and I'm not ruling out any high science at all in it, I would also tell you that our foreparents, coming out of slavery and colonialism, wanted something to hold on to believe that it was theirs. Their journey was a hard one, it was a rough one, and Eric Williams at the time sold them the idea that it could be achieved by independence. And forming this machine, because that's what the PNM is, it's a machine. Forming this machine to help them achieve this goal. So everybody, through their support, their hopes, their dreams, their fears, behind this machine that delivered what they were told they were going to deliver, which was independence and republicanism. Our foreparents at that time felt that they reached. So if he got us away from the white man, then he could take us to the promised land. So PNM grew over the years. It is said that PNM is the oldest political institution in the Western Hemisphere, and I want to believe that it is true. All other political parties were born after. So over the years that the PNM held the power, which was a lot of years in this country, our foreparents put those same thoughts and aspirations into their offspring. So it became generational. Like you will hear people, and I have heard it before, saying that they are third generation PNM and they are second generation PNM, and alluding to it as though it was handed down to them like an heirloom or as a gift, or it was willed to them. So my grandmother was a PNM, my mother was a PNM, and I am a PNM. You know, most of them would hear that this is Eric Williams' house, or this is a PNM house. Around election time, they would be ushered to go and vote, wake up early, your parents supporting you to go out to do your civic duty. It is unbelievable the amount of loyalty people have to PNM Brooklyn. The girl who braids my hair, her mother and she in the saloon while I get in my hair braided. And she and her mother both telling me, the government real messing up and all, the place real hard, boy. But you know, I can't vote for anybody else. I cannot vote for nobody else. I don't care what it is. As I go in that booth, I vex, you know, but I'm still voting for them, boy. Because, you know, PNM is we own. I see my mother struggle under this PNM government. Those are the conversations that they have, and they genuinely believe it. The affection, I have to say affection. Affection is the word. The affection that Black Trinidad and Tobago have, not so much Tobago because Tobago's political history is different, but Trinidad has with the PNM, it is deep founded and it's more than just what you think it is, Brooklyn. It's psychological. For someone to believe that they're sinning against God and themselves when they vote against the party says to you, that is something psychological. And they still believe that today. So it was handed down to them by grandparents, to their mother, to them, and now they pass it on indirectly to their children because that is what they know, that is what they believe, that is what took them to independence, that Eric Williams gave me my first house, Eric Williams gave me an apartment, Eric Williams gave me a job, Eric Williams gave us roads and drains, PNM built schools, this is a PNM country. Think about it, think of everything we've heard over the years. It has been indoctrinated into us one way or another. The pledge, our national anthem, everything that happens in this country ties right back to the PNM.
You see, but what we have to do, which is the media, is have to show the public that a balance is in their best interest. That anytime it's one-sided and it becomes taken for granted, it becomes complacency, it becomes advantage, abuse, putting it bluntly.
So, Brooklyn, to answer your question, and I hope I was able to with all the definitions that I just gave you, I'm not ruling out Obia or necromancy or high science. I'm not doing that at all because Eric Williams himself was a high science man. What I'm saying, it's a deep-rooted affection psychologically, and it's based in loyalty and tradition from what they saw their parents would have done. And it has handed down to 3 and 4 generations down, and they believe that it is their civic duty to support the party. It's all mental. But we can carry on this topic. I'm not sure what the public wants to say on it. Have your say whether you admit what I'm saying is true or not. I'm sure that our East Indian brothers and sisters may have the same opinion about Basdio Pandey and ULF and how Basdio Pandey and Kola Rienzi and, these people would have fought for their rights and entered into politics, and their foreparents may also believe in Basdio Pandey's legacy. People vote political parties for all sorts of reasons. But I've never seen anything like what I've seen in the PNM in any other party. So the PNM is in a class by itself. Let me say good evening to Anderson Wilson. He's on the live. He says, good night, Aisha Wells and Uncle Tommy.
Good night, Anderson.
Yeah, so we want to get your thoughts on the issue.
Yeah, the lines are open. The number is 973-609-6509. And remember, that's a WhatsApp number. Texts are also welcome.
Uncle Tommy, what's your thoughts on it, though? Do you think it's psychological or obia?
I think it's more psych than obia.
You think it's obia?
I think it's more psychological than obia.
Tell me why.
Because for the same reason, people, the older heads have this belief that their lives were improved because of the PNM, and it's only the PNM that they trust to do the right thing, even when they're doing the wrong thing. And even if they do the wrong thing, they think that they can excuse them, they could forgive them, and they can move forward. But it's more to it than that. It's a whole lot more.
I have seen people cry when PNM lost the election. I don't know if you remember, there was a young lady crying on TV with the nights outside Balize House in a red jersey with her mother. She was 15 years old at the time. I've since spoken to the young lady. Her mother passed away recently. Crying, saying, what am I going to do now? Kamala win and she's going to close down gate. 15 years old. And she's crying, snot running out she knows on TV. And her mother is consoling her. And I'm saying to you, Tommy, what could be in the mind of a 15-year-old to be so emotional about something she heard? Because it was the night election and has been written in stone, a government has not. But
Kunji.
She hears somebody say.
Kunji's calling. Let's hear what he has to say. Kunji, welcome to WZYE.
Good night to you, Uncle Tony. And good night to you, Aisha Welsh.
Hi, how you doing, Kunji?
Aisha Welsh, you look beautiful.
Aww.
And cool, quiet, and humble. Aisha Welsh, I can remember my grandmother. My grandmother was a stun PNM supporter.
What?
And my grandmother tells me, well, Miss Motsi. She had a Baptist church and she had. And my grandmother tell me, my grandmother tell me, Aisha Welsh. She said, if it's one thing, I don't have a problem with you anytime supporting the PNM. But don't eat the roti and the chubby. You see, anytime they put you in a maxi and they give you a roti and a chubby,
I don't believe you.
Until you're dead. Don't matter what happened, you cannot move away from the People's National Movement. I say, all right, Granny, I will never eat that roti and that chubby. You see, in 2015, we were supporting the PNM. I never eat that roti. That is why I can move away from the PNM anytime. And I will advise the young people and them, don't ever eat that roti. And one dangerous thing the PNM do, the African community in Trinidad and Tobago, Eric William and the PNM, they victimize the blacks in Trinidad because they bring the ancestors of them from Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Barbados, and all them Caribbean people. You see the people them who saying, we is PNM until they're dead? We dead? We mother is one, we father is one, and we is 3 generations of PNM. That is the people them that Eric William and the PNM bring from the Caribbean to be PNM until they're dead. Don't give them no opportunity. Give them URP work, CPEP work, forestry work, and give them that minimum wage, and they will be PNM until they're dead. But that is a wicked thing and a deceitful thing to do human being, especially looking like 91.9% are the PNM supporters and them. How could you do your own brothers and sisters that? You bring people in this country to become poor and to be PNM until they're dead. And they contented with that. I, as a citizen of this country, and I observe that I see what taking place, I am going to speak out against that because that should not be tolerated in Trinidad and no other country. When you bring people over in your country, you're supposed to give them opportunity. And what's the problem we facing now based on those immigrants and them that Eric William and the PNM bringing over here? Today, they benefiting millions of dollars in pension, in social development, and all resources that's supposed to be beneficial to us, the citizens of this country. Today, it costs us more by having them over here and bringing all those illegal immigrants that Keith Rowley he and Stuart Young and them bringing this country over here. Today, our country facing a real problem over that. When we go in the grocery shelf, they're buying out all the food, all the groceries in the grocery, and have the price just keep going up higher and higher and higher. That is the issue. I support Trump 100%. By mass immigration, leave the country. And I wish our government could come in power and all our illegal immigrants and them over here, send them back. Because what's supposed to be for the future of this country, we have to spend it behind them. They're getting free health care. The children getting free education now. They're getting disability grant. They're getting pension now. What going on there? And that is what the wickedness that the PNM do. But I shall just tell the PNM, bye-bye, you don't want to support them again. Your mother was one, your father was one. You don't want to be one now. It's time for you to leave them. Join the United National Congress. Join Prosperity. Join a political party that cares for the citizens of this country. And there's evidence. We see evidence 5 years of Kamala Prasad Disesa represent the people of this country. And 10 years of Dr. Keith Rowley. Which one we will choose? I choose the 5 years. I shall ask, you look beautiful, girl. Nobody defender. Good night to you. And all the other callers and them. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kunji. So
Thank you, Kunji.
Let me say this. Keith Rowley, if not the same, very similar. I don't know why I'm hearing myself echoing. See if you can hang up on Kunji, Uncle Tommy.
Let me check, see if he's still here. He's gone.
Right. So, Dr. Rowley is doing similar, or if not, the same thing that Eric Williams did back then by bringing in migrants to change the face of our political history, in other words. So, Kunji talked about all the small islanders who came to Trinidad and populated Trinidad, and by extension, they had offspring who are now staunch PNM supporters because it was under PNM government that they got the opportunity to be here. Well, isn't that now with the Venezuelan community?
Hold your thought. Let's take this call. You're live on WZYE.
Hello, good night.
Same to you.
Yeah, good night, Uncle Tommy and Aisha. Aisha, good night.
Night.
Now, I'm glad you're on this program here tonight now because I wanted the opportunity was to bring up this point here. Now, what going on in Trinidad and Tobago concerning right now with that thing with Curry Master and Fitzgerald Hines there with the representation, and they say I believe people have to go through a transition. Because I remember at the time Aisha Wells, you was in the PNM and putting up yourself to represent the people in Port of Spain at one point in time. And from what I would have heard, and the information I would have gathered is that, you would have get rejected. Now, the thing with Curry Master, the PNM, from my experience with the PNM, is that they're not objective. I mean, yes, the man is a fresh blood. He going up there and he trying to represent. And now I am seeing this as an eye-opener to a person like him. Because even if he get in and allow him to be inside, he will not be able to have a voice. He will not be able to do something that could change the scope of politics in Trinidad and Tobago. I am seeing that going down into the future, that this journey that he's going on there, he go find out that further as he start to go down deep into the belly of the beast, he go realize how, I wouldn't say nasty, I want to respect how difficult it is to affect change in a government that do not believe in change and a different ideology and a different way of running things. So, I would like to hear your thoughts on that, because I didn't want to change the scope, and I wasn't seeing you while I was searching for you on social media, Aisha, and like, you go up and do your live again. I don't know why. But I would like your thoughts and opinion on that. See, now I put the two things together.
Okay, thank you so much. While Curry Marcel's intervention in Laventille West will be a breath of fresh air, let me tell you that. Young, bright representation with ideas is needed. The community is longing for it. There is a committee in the party that gives you the green light, whether you can represent your constituency or you can't. While the people may want young, bright Curry Marcel, this committee can say yea or nay on his nominee. And this committee can reappoint the incumbent, whether Laventille wants the incumbent or not. And when this committee makes their decision, you can speak out against it like I did, or you can fall in line. It all depends on the nature of the individual. So I don't know if the committee will go with Curry Marcel. We're all hoping with all 5 fingers, 10 fingers, and 10 toes crossed. But if they don't go with Curry Marcel, would Curry Marcel still put up himself for the community as an independent? Or will he say, you know what? I'm going to throw all my support behind whoever the party put forward. That is a decision only young Marcel could make. And I'm saying that to say, caller, we just have to wait and see what decision comes out of this screening. Because anybody coming out of Laventille and want to do well for Laventille should have the opportunity to do so. And no 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 people on a committee who don't know Laventille, don't know anything about Laventille, don't know the struggles of Laventille, don't know the pains of Laventille, should tell the people of Laventille who they should vote for. And I believe young, bright Curry Marcel, who is a product of Laventille, if given the opportunity, will do a great job. And if he's not given the opportunity, will he come out and say, you know what, I still want to take this chance? So we'll all wait and see.
Aisha, do you think Leonce has been given a chance to do the most?
Sorry, I was now going to say I was finishing my point about Venezuela, but go ahead. Let me answer your question.
Do you think Mr. Leonce has been given a chance to do what he should can do?
Adrian Leonce means well to the people of Mova Lavantil. You know, he is a product of Lavantil from what I have heard about him. And he's a bright and ambitious person. But in the current position he's in, I'm not sure what he can do to assist his community. I've heard people from the community talk about how much work he has done for them. I think I heard a good friend, Mova Defender, talk about his interactions with the MP and how, you know, the MP helps people. But I don't think he was given enough machinery to move Lavantil and move her forward. And I also believe that was by design. I believe somewhere down the line, someone does not want to see a movement of people from Lavantil, east or west, to be self-sufficient and independent.
Do you think that Marcel is going to be in the same position as Leonce is?
You know, the political landscape is so funny, Uncle Tommy, that I may say, yes, they're going to marginalize him. And who knows, somebody may wake up tomorrow morning and hijack the PNM and become leader and put Marcel right where he has to be. You never know. This politics is unpredictable. So I don't put my head on a block for anything. But I was making the point about Venezuela when I said Dr. Rowley is recreating the same things Eric Williams did. Eric Williams brought in small islanders. Dr. Rowley brought in Venezuelans. And these Venezuelans, from what we are seeing, they make a lot of children. Every corner you see a pregnant Venezuelan woman who is going to have a Trinidad and Tobago citizen. And in 18 years from now, the face of Trinidad and Tobago will change. And these children who are Trinidadian born will have a say in who represents them at elections. And if my parent was given an opportunity to flee a war-torn country and come to another country and set up shop and was given an opportunity to work and make a life, I might be inclined to give that party my allegiance and support. You understand what I'm trying to say? The same things that the islanders did. Who knows if Venezuelans will turn around 18 years from now and do the same thing.
Point taken.
But one can't deny that they're here and their children are Trinidadian and Tobago citizens.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. We have to live. We have to deal with.
So the lines are open. We're taking your call. Caribbean Soul saying them Venezuelans don't like black people. You feel to go vote Rowley? I don't know. I cannot say. Stranger things have happened, Caribbean Soul. Stranger things have happened. So the lines are open. We are taking your calls.
Number to get in is 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. WhatsApp calls only. Yes, Aisha.
Yes.
It is what it is. We have to deal with it.
Yeah, we have to take it one step at a time and continue to look on at what's happening in this island state.
So you see, we have new blood in the U.S. and things are seeming to take a turn. I don't know if it's for the worse or the better, but there are those who like what is going on, and there are those who don't like what's going on. As a matter of fact, today I'm listening to an article where the new president-elect is talking about compensating white students who were discriminated against. So basically reparations for young whiteys who he, according to him, were discriminated against by not being given the opportunity to go to school freely because there was an emphasis on allowing non-whites a position or a place in particular institutions. I don't know what to think of that. Reparations for them? I don't know.
I think this new incoming president, or this old incoming president that you guys have in America, will make some very controversial moves in the next 4 years. I am already seeing it.
No question.
Yeah.
No question about it. It's going to be very challenging, it seems like. But then again, there are those who say if you don't have no cocoa in the sun, don't look for rain, you know?
That's the next thing. That is the next thing. If you have no cocoa in the sun, you can't look for it.
I know you lived here at one time. What
Yeah.
would you have done if you were here this time?
You may not like the answer I would give you. Go tell me.
Go ahead.
But I would have voted Trump. And I'll tell you why. I have a son who is in the US Navy. My eldest, firstborn, first child, heartbeat. And he...
Mr. Brooklyn is calling you. Should I take the call? Let me do that now.
I'll comment after.
We'll get back to what you're talking about.
Sure.
Mr. Brooklyn.
Yes, Uncle Tommy. Good night again. Good night, Aisha. Once again, and the viewers, listeners.
Hi.
Aisha, Wells, you want to see a repeat of what happened to you with Curry Marcel? You forget, you just said it have a committee who does make the decision on who they want, no matter what the people say. Because when you was when the Aisha Wells, you had the people. You had the people at Avanti. Everybody supported you. And because that committee had it, who they wanted to choose, I think it was Marlene McDonald or whoever.
Yeah, Marlene.
All of a sudden, people like Paul and all of them start talking all kind of thing and dragging your name. Yeah? Julia Davy and all of them. So, right now, everybody's saying, yeah, Kareem. When they see them go down in that basement, the same place at most of them houses in Port of Spain, them government places, they have underground little tunnel and basement and thing, you know. It was built since the slave days. Slaves built that. When they see the PNM go down in that room down there, and they say what they want, and they come out from there, that's what's going on. You know, no matter how common people you are on your side, they're not paying you, they know. I tell them, Obia, you know, on them village job, Obia. And you know what they're going to do, Kareem? When Kareem become a lawyer, all of them talk highly of him. You see, when they don't want him, you will hear all the things that how bad he is, and how this he is, and who he do this, and what, and where he get this, and how he become a lawyer, and then do this one. You will hear all kinds. That was nasty the PNM is. Yeah? We know it because we see it happen already. And Kareem Marcel should just understand what's going on. And he too should go, well, he can't go independent because them supporting him, they have been supporting him, you know, all the time he goes supporting him. So I think he would not try to go against him in that way. But I will end by saying this. I always say, if you can fight that organization from the outside, somehow or the other you have to get in there to destroy it. That's the only way the after war. You have to get 2-3 people in there, and when they come to the decision, and then 2-3 people stick together and say, we disagree, just like how the minister disagreed with Keith Christopher Rowley playing Stuart Young Day as acting prime minister. Camila, whatever she name is, she alone was against that. Everybody else was yes. You need a little few more people in there to be against things. All right, Uncle Tommy and I sure have a good night.
Okay, same to you. Yeah, Aisha, you talk about your son.
Yeah, he's in the military, and he just came off of a very...
Let's take it.
Take it.
Hello?
Go ahead, you're live.
Oh, good night, Mr. Brother Tony, Wall Street every years, and Aisha.
Hey, how you doing, reporter?
I just told my sister, I love to learn an holiday, and I hear you talking something concerning the Venezuelan there, and that was a very deep thought. That was excellent. I want to give it excellent, and that because I see that within myself, and when I watch, especially the central part of the country, like central and every corner, it's a different culture breathing right underneath while the black youths are then busy killing off yourself and making up the numbers in the death road.
That's right.
I so sorry. I'm watching on the screen of your viewers and I think you all have a radio station that you're running the same program as well.
Yeah, this is a radio station.
All right, okay. So I was telling that, in order for you to keep something well balanced and nice and bring back the scene around, the city got massive shooting and killing in the community right now. We have to try and get that to stop. I call in on the people, let me just stop that. Aisha, you know my little hustle like this carry on. I had to rest down that little hustle right now because of that spot. Use a woman and see come and try that spot to see what you could do to the thing just pick up a pace. So you see, right now people busy trying to change government and thing, and the place is not safe. It is not a safe place. I hope you all are hearing me.
Yes, we hear you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, reporter. Wow, we lost him.
Reporter, call back if you can. So yeah, I was telling you that my son just came off of a very brutal 10-month deployment. And every time I would talk to him, he would tell me, Ma, I don't know if I'm coming home, But when they're on duty, they can't say too much. Some days I don't get him, some days I do, some days I worry, some days I am concerned. And America is getting themselves involved in a lot of wars. War with Ukraine, war with Israel, and my child, if America goes to war, is part of your defense.
So let me ask you something. Do you think that now that we've got this new president, that the chances of him going to war is going to be less?
Yes, he said that. He campaigned on that. And I want to tell you, most Black Americans, males who voted for Trump, I am almost certain, they voted not to be drafted. The American public, whether you want to hear this or not, Tommy, is fed up of wars.
Absolutely.
For going to war. And wars that don't concern them and losing American lives because of it. And that Trump campaigned very heavy on that.
Don't you think that Trump is going to get us into more hot water than we were?
I think his last 4 years, he did not deliver as much as he promised to do. And I think he intends to do the opposite this time around. So whatever promises that he made, he will try his utmost best to deliver. And if one of them is keeping America out of war, then I know my child would be safe. And I would have voted for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you may not want to hear my view on it, but I'm being very honest.
Well, honesty is the best policy. At least you speak your mind. But somehow I see us being involved in much more hot waters than before.
Wars or controversy? Because what controversy and wars is two different things, yeah? Controversies, yes, I see America getting into a lot of controversy because Trump have no chill. But war, I don't think that he's going to send American soldiers to die for things that don't concern them. Attack America, sure, they're going to defend with full force, but to be allies, the people who fight in frivolous wars, in my humble opinion, I don't see him getting involved in that at all. He's too proud to do that.
I don't agree, yeah, but time will tell.
Okay.
Time will tell.
Definitely.
Is this the top of the hour yet? It's top of the hour, so
Yes.
let me go over. Let me go over to the top of the hour. Yeah, on WZYE, it's the top of the hour. We're gonna just do this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Okay, we're gonna take it.
Trinidad, to leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing, pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and oh soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss while editorials ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long we hear it, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day our next witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioners still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. Reporting the world when we have to read. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to read. Hey, oh yeah, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In our schools, kids getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline Tomovado, mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole, but we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be fraughting, and while church attendance real low. Protest pack plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through a port with big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on numb as more mothers who weep. We're in the world when we have to reap. Huh. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns, and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them Trinbago. The time is now. Look how the murder rate leap, tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah, like zero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. It casts its shadow, flashing victims to the marrow. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the price we pay don't steep. Why some labor keep? We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're back. We're back. And the number to reach us here is 973-609-6509. This is WZYE. This is in the village, Thursday night edition. Tonight, our guest, a special guest, or should I say our guest host is Aisha Wells. Wall Street couldn't be with us because he had some other commitments. But he'll be back on Sunday, God willing. You can call us here and let us know what you're thinking based on what we were discussing. And if you have any thoughts that you want to introduce to us, you're welcome also. The number here is 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. Aisha, you there? Your mic's muted. All right. Well, we were talking about the U.S. and Aisha had some strong views to support our new or recycled president. What say you, Aisha?
Yes, I'm back. I just ran away very quickly.
It's okay to run away, and as long as you come back home.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, indeed. So I told the audience that the phones are open, the lines are open, but
Sure.
meanwhile you can.
I'm over the fan line calling here to talk about what Brooklyn said about PNM people and Obia and supporters. I was waiting to hear Over Defenders comment on that.
Maybe he has no opinion on that.
What? Over Defender love to discuss anything PNM.
I have heard KFC for tonight.
Let me find out KFC going out. I think UNC have a pavement report, and KFC look like he home.
Oh, okay. He's on the pavement then.
I feel he going down by the pavement.
He's on the pavement. I hope the rain stopped. Is it still raining?
Yeah, it's dry outside. For the most part.
That's positive. Because I understand that the rainy season was acting up as though it didn't want to do what it usually does. And now it's back. It came back with a vengeance.
That's right. Let me say good evening to Donna Ramlochan. She says, sister, my friend and I was talking about that today. Chinese and Spanish making a lot of babies while Trinidadians find it challenging to raise a child.
Mr. Intellectual's back.
Get him in, get him in.
Come in. Welcome again.
Yeah, Uncle Pierre, I want to ask Aisha a question.
Go ahead.
Aisha, how do you feel about America's assistance to Israel at this present time and what is happening in Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, and Iran? What are your thoughts on that?
I think America should have told Israel a long time ago that they on shit. Can I say that word on the radio, Uncle Tommy? If I can't,
I think you can get away with that.
Yeah, I think America should have told Israel a very long time ago.
The other thing is, Aisha, you know that the Israeli lobby is a big supporter of Trump, right? And what Israel want?
A lot of Israel supporters supported Trump, but they, in my opinion, were the ones who wanted the end to the war. Their relatives are also involved in it. So that's why they supported the Trump campaign.
You think that if the present regime in Israel stays in power, Trump wouldn't assist them?
I don't think, this is my opinion, Trump is he has no allegiance. In my opinion, again, I could be wrong. He has no allegiance to any world power. I think it's his personality.
I could accept because he's not one to think like the ordinary politician, right?
He has a high view of himself.
With the kind of support that he has from the Israeli lobby, the lobby itself, right? And all the people on them who on the Republican side who has been supported by the lobby, do you think that they are independent enough to not to influence the decisions that he would make concerning Israel?
I think from the time he started to campaign and tell people that he's going to put an end to the war meant that he has no intentions of being swayed in a position to keep Americans fighting wars that don't concern them. That's just my opinion. I can be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong like Mr. Intellectual.
No, I think that you have a fair opinion. When I listened to some of the stuff that he was saying, give me a little kind of hope in the sense that maybe he has a plan to do something. I was hoping to hear something even better from the Democratic side, but they didn't show any kind of resolve to it, and they're still continuing with their support. So let's hope that what he projected on his campaign, he would bring it to fruition, especially where that Israeli war is concerned.
I'm telling you, you know how mothers like me, intellectuals, sleep at night? Especially when my son was on deployment. Do you know how mothers like me sleep at night? Especially when our children are on deployment. That war is not
I can imagine.
That war is not
imagine because
Muslim war.
I don't have nobody across there to say, well, they are in the army or anything as such. But I could imagine the torture because I sit down watching at it and listening to what is happening, and it pains me so much. I could imagine those who have children having to go and face these kind of madness outside there, how they would feel. I could imagine how they feel when they see the children intact. And they come back home just to visit. And I can imagine how they feel when they say that, oh, Mama, I had to leave and go.
Well, let me tell you, are you hearing? He's hearing me, Tommy?
Yeah, he's hearing you. Go ahead.
Mr. Intellectual, let me tell you this. My son told me that American soldiers on his ship were committing suicide. They were jumping off the ships. Some of them, one in particular, jumped off a tower while they were docked in Singapore, a mall, a shopping mall. They were committing suicide while on war, American soldiers. And here I have a child that I sheltered his entire life in Trinidad, not exposed to any of that madness, looking at his shipmates committing suicide. My 19-year-old, 20-year-old. So I'm saying that to say we would only hear about war, but they live the reality by seeing it, by watching bodies splitting apart, children murdered. They have seen it. So if anybody is campaigning to end it, trust and believe a mother like me will support that person, because while we sitting here talking about it, my child out there is trying to save people in America who could care less what's happening in the
Fully understood. Fully understood. I am one that don't believe in having to fight wars and stuff like that, and then you have a better method of doing things. If people could use the diplomatic avenues that are available, then wars would be a thing of the past. But again, man had to make money and arms and ammunition and stuff like that, and I had to sell. So that is what keep the big economy rolling, and they would seek to develop and manufacture wars. But the thing is, the human cost is what irks me, and I could imagine the kind. If something happened to my child, I know I would go crazy, you know. I only walk out anytime I hear anybody meddle with me and my family. You know. I don't make joke by that. So I prefer the diplomatic way and talk. And if it had to come down to violence, well, so be it. But I know the safest way out is to talk things through.
Yeah.
And hope that things will get better. I could understand your pain, and I could understand the frustration. But war is not a nice thing, and I pray and hope that your son would have the strength, because you have strength, and I'm sure you pass on that to him, and he would have the insight to know that there is always something better to hold the fort and keep living. So my hope is that he will be well protected by the Almighty, and he will come back home. Have a blessed evening, everybody.
Thank you, Hanef.
Intellectual. Thank you so much.
Aisha, all I can say is that I feel your pain. I've never experienced it, and my son has never been to war, but it doesn't sound like something I would enjoy at all.
Yeah, it's something that he always wanted to do. As a child, he always wanted to be a pilot. Since he's small, that's what he wanted to do. And sending him to school to learn it for a family like mine, coming from Laventille, was something that we could not afford. So he's born American. And the military, of course, trains you, send you to school, give you a salary. So it was the quickest way for him to get to his goal. And that is the course that he has decided to take. And he has no regrets. I am the one regretting. He's not.
He's in the Navy, I would imagine.
Navy, yeah. And he loves to wear his uniform. He loves to represent America. America to him means everything. Even though he's a Trini to the bone, he loves his country. And I'm so proud of him. You know, I always tell him that when I talk to him, because as I told you, my boy children grew up very sheltered. So for him to be out there doing his thing and being so brave and so strong when he's seeing his shipmates brave, it is something that I really...
Sounds like it look like your godson is chiming in.
Your godson reach home?
It looks that way. Let's see.
Go ahead.
You're live on WZYE.
Mr. Watch it. But I don't go tell me, man.
Hey, KFC, how you doing, bro?
The night I shot it, man.
Hey,
I
how are
shot it in a custody for tonight, man. Looking like Christmas, girl.
And I ain't seeing Christmas. I want to tell you, I am not seeing Christmas.
You run that trouble face, nigga. The money right on. I say the money back pass my man.
I'm not home.
Is that my thing?
I'm not home.
You know?
Nah, I ain't home.
Okay. That's that one shit that but Uncle Tommy I look in there, man.
Yeah, you were missed.
I thought you went on the pavement reporting.
Remember it's Christmas time and KFC we give a lot of help for each other and think tea touch them, man.
Alright, so you're already looking fake?
But my internet was down so I'm not back up online now.
Alright, nothing wrong with that.
So I look for this thing.
All right.
Like this, you bright up for daily. Where you have been the Brazilian or?
If I what, sorry?
What can I have in the Brazilian?
No, this is braids. I braid up the hair, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
Later, man.
Okay, KFC. Oh me, oh my. Yeah. It's a trial.
It's an easy.
Yeah, but your son will be all right.
Yeah. I pray every night and day for him, you know. I really, really do. And I can tell you, he is so brave. He's so brave.
When is his birthday?
He is August the 22nd.
Wow, he's a master.
It's really
brave. I said he masters. Let's see who we have here. WZYE alive.
Uncle Tommy and PNM Aisha. Aisha, why you interfering me?
All I do is call you out. I find out here. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so you want to hear my opinion on the Cream Marcel thing and with you. Aisha, where's the deal with you first? Brooklyn, I agree with you, Brooklyn. It's Obia. Because Aisha Wells was run from Balize House. Tell you those of things, disrespected, and come right back into the 4 PNM. And the same people was constituted like Sharon Phillips and them. She was defending them against Wall Street. So I doesn't really want to hear Aisha Wells too much, but I'm going to clean myself. I'm going to say something Aisha made a little sense about clean myself. I want to put my spin on it. After the screening committee situation, here what we're going to see. Is this Kareem Marcel love his country, its community, more than the party? Because I can guarantee you, if they don't want Kareem Marcel, that screening committee is not going to pick you. But what next for Kareem Marcel will I know or fully understand who he is? And I will sit down in the pavilion with Tabakit, because that Tabakit, patiently waiting to see what is Kareem Marcel's next step. But so far, if I'm reading the politics right, not a dog going on back, not even the big dog Kareem, going to say a word after the screening committee does not pick him. And that is my humble opinion on this Kareem Marcel situation. Right? Aisha Wells, I hope he do like you. Get tough and you are the pastor also, remember. The pastor who had Robert Paris on the show and called him his brother. I think I told him to do the PNM. The pastor Robert Paris on the show saying he's his brother. And next day, the pastor line up in the screening committee to go against Robert Parison and get around too. Uncle Tommy, in the PNM, anytime you talk for your community, they doesn't want you. You see, long as actually people bad, like Heinz, yeah, come in. So that is my humble opinion, PNM Aisha was. Aisha, you remember Sharon and them cuss you and run you. And Paul and them, and when they call you, we love the Aisha Wells now. Just like when you do Professor Wall Street. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Defender.
Do the same over, Defender.
I call on that one. I look for my trouble there now, Uncle Tommy.
Oh yeah, you call that on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who this is. WZYE live. Mr. Maloney.
Hi. Good evening.
Same to you.
Ladies first, Aisha.
Hey, how are you?
Tommy. The others on the west. Good evening. I'm thankful for the opportunity to share what I see, what I hear, and what I understand from the above mentioned. Trinidad and Tobago is not where it should be, and it has very little to do with the rain, the sun, the sand, the gravel, or the sea. It's human beings. Human beings. Now, looking at what coming across the screen where, for example, in Guyana, the leadership decide to have a meeting with people who making money from what they're supposed to be doing, contributing towards the development of the nation. And you're seeing and hearing where, hey, you didn't do this, or this isn't done. Well, here's what's going to happen. You have so and so time, or you have, this is how we are going to deal with it. Now, I haven't heard anything like this in my 62 years of living anywhere else in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, in America. Definitely not here in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, only seeing that, bring it to my consciousness. How come we haven't had something like that here, boy? Under the PNM, under the NAR, under the UNC, under the partnership, under the anybody else. And I want to applaud Guyana for something like this. And I hope it gives a kind of incentive for governments, other governments, to do that kind of thing. Because as I have said on this platform and other platforms, the Bible is very correct when it says the love of money is the root of not some, plenty, most, a lot. No, it says the love of money is the root of all evil. And sometimes there's an attitude of, hey, once there's government, we could do how we want, when we want, where we want, and the money will flow still. What is unfortunate is sometimes the people with those attitudes are allowed to get along and go along with it because we have a structure of we versus them. We like this section, but we don't like that section. So if it's this section doing the doge stupidness, they could get some support. If it's that section, well, nah. Because I have seen under governments So obviously, I'm not talking about PNM alone. Under governments, that when initiatives are taken, the next side, man, they will fight that down, fight that down, fight that down. I mean, what could be bad about trying to have a structure of these homeless people? I'm taking the chance to call them homeless. These homeless people in a setting where you and I can walk the road freely, because many a times we've heard on the news that people get abused, people get molested, a lot of other things happen from these people who are deemed homeless people. So if you have a structure in place that you could get them there, get them cleaned up, get them, with things to eat, and probably there are those who could be rehabilitated. Something like that. And that girl, real fight. And I talk about fight from people. A structure of we versus them. I share you are wrong a little while in the politics. You feel that this could change, and if yes, my question is, how? And good night. Thanks for your response. All the best. Hope Wall Street is okay wherever he is and however he is. Good night, all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gordon. I think it could change when we become politically mature. We're still very immature politically as a So I hope that answered your question.
What would it take for us to get to that point, Aisha?
To change the way we think.
And who's responsible for fueling our thoughts?
Us.
Okay, let's take this call. WZYE, you're live. ZYE, you're live.
Hey, good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night, Mr. Aisha. Good night to all the callers. Everybody live, everybody on the chat.
Mr. Florida, welcome.
So, hey, how you guys doing? So, the reason why we cannot have the same thing that Guyana was doing with contractors, because the same contractors do jobs for the both party when they're in power. So we can never have it. The work don't be spread out with new contractors and the fight down is that's the big contractors. And everything when they sign the contract has to have kickback. The reason why that Guyana president doing that for is not for no kickback, for no work that being postponed. You want to know the reason why and what causing it. So the kickback thing. But that is what Trinidad famous for. But Mr. Aisha, I have a question for you. I like to pick your brain a little bit.
Right.
When you guys say a PNM activist, right? You mean for the party or for the PNM supporters?
Repeat your question. Let me see if I could properly understand what you're saying.
I said when people call themselves a PNM activist, much like a UNC activist, but I don't have anybody who was in there with the UNC, so I will deal with the PNM. Okay. When you say a PNM activist, is it for the party or for the people?
Well, in my opinion, it's usually for the party, not for the people.
Right. So do you think now you should change it now and have an activist for the people who vote for the PNM? So when the party is not doing correct, you call a spade and don't try to look for all the excuses in the world to justify whatever wrongdoing they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think if we get this now both in the PNM and the UNC and forget about party,
and deal with the people, you'll have a lot of people standing up and will change your mind about politics. You know, so that is just my opinion. But great program as usual, as always. You guys do a good job. Look on listening. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Florida.
Welcome.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes.
Before he called, where were we?
I think we were all over the place. We were talking a bit about what's happening in the US, and then the call started to shift.
Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Someone else was trying to call, but I guess they hung up. They can call back. ZYE reporter, you're in.
Yeah, Aisha and Brother Tony, good night again.
Yes, brother reporter.
Yes, to Bram over defender. Good night, my brother. Yeah, right now, even if the PNM and splinters, it's better for you. You see this Korean thing and this Heinz thing? We have to hope them stay divided because the main agenda in this country is to do an audit into the expenditure for the last 9 to 10 years. There's no how this country could try to work out nothing with an auditor general cry out and create history. In the history of Trinidad and Tobago, they say John Holloran, Privas, they say Colahart, all of them was stiff. The auditor general never screamed out. Why it happen now? So if the PNM and splinters and Aisha free to move around, Aisha free, Aisha is a queen in the business. We love Aisha and he talks so thing, but I know the Jones and she, but right now, the main agenda is to make sure Mr. Edward will not be addressing this country under no circumstances with our welfare again. Dr. Rowley, the same thing. These people is crazy people. We're not forgetting this 9 years. This 9 years greater than the 1970 Black Power movement. It's greater than everything else. We're not making joke with these people, you know. These people must come out of office and make this country brave, because let me tell you something, my brother. We have areas in Trinidad and Tobago right now. The Venezuelan people actually settle there. Right now they're giving landlord thunder. PNM people afraid to talk because PNM people renting them house in the corridor to support the party. Or they will talk now. Or they're renting two people. Or they were renting two people the place and it's full of about 40 of them. Not even 40, I wouldn't say 40, about 20 of them. And it's two of them alone rent. You know, when the Vincentian and the Grenadian, they come here, they couldn't do that. But all the open arms to them, they're doing all kind of things, they're bullying they're placing the corridor here. But I want to say special good night to each and everyone. Bye, Tommy.
Okay, my brother. Thanks for your call.
Tommy, your you in Trinidad before you went to America, what you did in America, like your profession, what you did, what was your profession?
In America or in Trinidad?
Both places, if I can get the answer.
I came to the United States at the age of 17. My first profession was computing. I started I was a software programmer from 1974 to 1985. When I left that, I went into business on my own, and I've been independent since. I came to Trinidad in 2006. I came with a contract to build houses. I built many, many units. And then I came back to the US in 2015. Yeah, I came back in 2015. And I've been basically more in the US than Trinidad since then.
Okay. Gotcha. Somehow I thought you had experience in law enforcement. I don't know why. I thought like you were a police officer or something. You have that aura.
No. I mean, I was in the city. I was a commissioner, but I was a Caribbean commissioner. So that may make people think that I was in law enforcement, but it was advisory to the mayor on Caribbean affairs.
Understood. Makes sense.
But I have a lot of friends and colleagues who are in enforcement.
Great. Really, really great. The lines are open. We just have a few more minutes left of the program. Feel free to get in. You have any voice notes?
No, I don't get voice notes on this phone, please. Let's see. WZYE, you're live. Go ahead, you're live.
Yeah, sure. Uncle Tommy, what is our street?
Oh, how you doing, Addison?
Hello, Anderson Wilson.
KFC, Quincy. I already know I was in and out there. But I heard nobody friend early on. And Aisha, I think they're going to remove her engine. I think they will get paid in that.
All right. If that's the case.
She cry at the people. And the cry at the poor is the cry of God. The cry at the children is the cry of God. And when they was going to pick the councillors on Avantil West, right? Why we took the Rasta one, the Rasta died. For councillor Bonaventure, and everyone we pick him. Never you were truthful. And he came on and said, me I say education, you know. And that one gets worried. Now, he may be a wicked prime minister, but you know all that stupid, you know. But you don't realize the people that should have the bigger stupid. But you know all that stupid. To hear the cry of the people that they ain't like Heinz, they don't want Heinz and to put back up Heinz. I ain't see that happening. But if it happen, as I keep reiterating to you all, if it do happen, you all see another youth, a low voting turnout, and another youth is coming out to vote for the UNC. This is the time that if they don't take on, they will see a social Avantel. I'm not asking you, telling you, especially Avantel West. It's all wait to be seen. But Aisha, you ever saw facial and did anything you show Avantel?
No, I've never seen it. No, I've never seen it.
We can go on and on. We have said about the non-Vietnam. And I don't think visualize that sponsor side. One side. It didn't have to be from Vietnam. It could have been from anywhere in Laventel. So you run to a policeman funeral somewhere in Granny and everybody laugh. It's Granny or somewhere even in a funeral. I'm in the area, right? And I people laugh at him as a real my Granny, but somewhere even to a funeral. Miss Pull died. Who know Miss Pull it out, woman of the Vietnam is have a PNN flag. So now she's going in the market is doing she and living. She never missed a PNN rally. And she was in that funeral. Curry Marcel just when the police funeral just said. And I, as a UNC, I know the date when Nayan the police was there, I would have been there. Colin went to represent his mother, who wasn't able to make it on that day. Because his sister called down, his mother wasn't able to move her down. Right? But Colin was in Nylon Epaulet funeral. You know, your allegiance, Aisha, you know, your allegiance have a daughter named Rita Kwashi, Mary?
Yes.
I didn't know Mary had passed on. You hear me, Aisha?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Very nice. You know, picture lines in Mary funeral. When I heard that day before, on 2 days ago, I said, I didn't say no, Mary had died. I mean, this is people, you know, in the PNM, in Lavantel office, PNM office all these years, always in the Red Jersey. You nasty man, visualize. You picky dread visualize. You summon Mary funeral. And she's a disgrace to the human being one, to the all Rastafarian. You tell me when you see a real Rasta in Ethiopia, it is about a real Rasta, but they live in the mountains. And you say, no Rasta, you're not a human being. You're a political rat. I even sometimes call you a political raper, man. You're a political piper, that is. A political cocaine smoker. You had not done nothing in your tenure as an MP, as a Minister for Public Utilities, as a Minister for Ministry of Works and Transport, as a Minister of National Security. That show no development, show Lavantel and Mover and the East West Corridor. That show that to give somebody at $20, you have to see the pipe in them. You might tell all you? And Rowley had enough for you. He had enough for you. And he ain't think you going back up. Now, I support my nephew. I remain a UNC all you. Don't get mixed up. Don't get mixed up at all. But my nephew have my full support. I think you have all the youths of Beta and Trouble Lavantel support. And it's time that you know that people don't like you. Physically, mentally, all out. Me pay nothing politically with you. I personally, if I get trim you, I trim you. Aisha, all in love and tell them one thing, or let's see hands in. They must pause you, let's see, or let's see hands in. But you want to cut ribbon for a standpipe. Look, Aisha, look on honest. Uncle Tommy, all the streets.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
All opinions and views expressed by the program participants, including those on social media, are solely their opinions and views and do not reflect.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes.
I'll make sure I preserve Wall Street's radio license.
I understand.
Yes, indeed. It's winding down. We're winding down. It's Thursday in the village with
That's meaning you're off air until Sunday morning or Sunday evening, correct?
Sunday midday. Since Sunday 1 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock our time.
Has the time gone back?
Yes, time went back. KFC. Yes, sir. You're live.
Uncle Tommy, good night, Aisha.
Night.
Mr. Good night. Mr. Good night. And the city could only be town. Anytime this Prime Minister in Labour Hines and to bring down the PNM. Remember, Hines arrest could go for the PNM. They wrote love Hines like love mother. Roll is a heartless wicked Prime Minister, only better credit for Cream. They would never select Cream to run for big constituency. They're going to go back on Friday. But you know, we cannot even the PNM. I shall people must credit for you. You will get so much support to move Marley McDonald and put back Marley McDonald. I show you was there, you know. You know, even with KDP RMS. But I wish him all the best for the domination. They call us. Our woman friend, she was in women's league, in the women's group thing, then she vote. They see girl 100 and something vote and get 17. One woman get one. And let's wait till we're but it's also nice. Right now, the wait then. Let's set right now. I hope it's a room for that plan. I hope it's a room down there, but it's also domination time. Right up to understand. I support them too, because I'm a brother. And I be any father's personal friend. So I wish him all the best. Thank you for your plan to get a chance. I should like I don't go to me and watch them go have a blessed night and just send me again. Love and respect.
Thank you, KFC.
Be safe, KFC.
Yep. Stay dry.
Yes. So, Uncle Tommy, has it started to get cold yet?
Absolutely. It's gotten cold.
Wow.
It's that time of year. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Well,
And what is your expectations for Trinidad in 2025? It's going to be an election year.
Yeah, I look forward to some changes because I think it's time for some changes. What say ye?
It's going to be an interesting one. I too expect some changes. So we have to wait and see how this pans out, how it all plays out.
Yeah, even though Trinidad voters are very finicky.
Correct. Unless something major happens to send people right back down the rabbit hole. All indications of how people feel are eminent every day when you talk to them. Their thoughts on what's happening in the country, people are well aware of what is going on. You can't deny people are unhappy.
But some like to suffer in silence.
That too, eh? But the thing about it, even though they're suffering in silence and they have an opportunity to make a change, you know, they just might.
They just might.
Yeah, and then some would stay away from the polls. Some of them believe that no matter who wins, they'll have to.
We'll see. We will see.
One thing is for certain, we will see.
Yep.
Some people are expecting an early election right after Carnival. The latest August. So we will see.
Yep. So Petrotrin has been revised as a earner as opposed to being a loser.
Yeah, they're looking to reopen it. The cost to reopen it is what I am waiting to find out because we wait. Yeah, who's on the outside?
Let's see who this is. Reporter, you're live.
Yeah. Brother Tommy, I know you say something about Petrotrin looking to revive. Anytime this country allow Dr. Rowley them to open back Petrotrin without drilling them right after the day, right after, as they don't open, just lock them up one time. Because over 5,000 people lost their job, you know.
Over 5,000 people lost job in this country with that shot he come with and try to hit it. But we're going to hear the opposition saying they go open back petrol train. So he trying to play the political jump gun and play he going to open it back. They may open it back with nothing. And anytime you open it back, then you have a right to lock him up immediately. I'm gone.
Hey, reporter.
All right, reporter. Thank you.
Yep.
I think the fact that we lack foreign exchange is one of the major factors for them to reconsider reopening it.
But if it wasn't making no money, then we're gonna be losing foreign exchange.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that is the main reason for them wanting to reopen it at this time. We can't keep going on like we're going without the US.
But the narrative was that we were losing. So we're gonna be losing more foreign exchange according to them.
Well, we know that wasn't the case. It was a situation in order to drive home their point at the time. But the facts are that Petrotrin was a forex earner and not necessarily using it.
Mr. Maloney. Warden, you're live. Warden, you're live. Go ahead. Make a point.
Yeah.
We're going up to the close to the top of the hour.
All right. Well, I am appreciative even more moving around Trinidad and Tobago as well. Aisha, you may or may not be aware that one of the activities that I have chosen is to be a football referee. And I'm very thankful to God because I've been able to go all over the place. All right. And I use my eyes, I use my ears. Sometimes you go into places, and recently I have been looking at a lot of these dealers, the amount of vehicles in the yard there. All right. I went into places to get parts for my vehicle. And the amount of parts there, and I'm asking myself, it's very likely that these things would have been paid for in US. Now, I don't know, for example, the car dealers and them, which there are so many. And some have a whole lot of cars in the yard. And when I say a lot, probably I should say an acre. And it's very likely that they would have been paid for in US. Now, we used to be getting US, let's say, from the oil and the gas. All right? And somewhat from tourism and that kind of thing. But if those areas are not yielding the kind of volume that they did before, because the oil and gas is not like, peas and sorrel. You could plant it and then, next week you reap, or next month or next year. You have to depend on God to help you to discover it if it's there. So if we have lost that kind of volume that we've been getting, which have very little or nothing to do with the government, then obviously there must be adjustments. There must be adjustments. Now, I am appreciative that the last 18 years, I haven't been seeing a whole set of like what happened in other countries not far from here. Government people have been sent home. Now, the private sector, we know that, they don't play. You understand? Because their top and bottom is profit. All right? But sometimes government have to look beyond that. They have to look beyond the whole question of dollars and cents. And that is why during the COVID, a lot of countries organize and give monies to the residents to help, because they're not going out there to work and to earn. And I am appreciative that I haven't been seeing a whole set of people going home because lack of funds. So I've been able to put that together. And because I'm not UNC or PNM, You understand? Because I'm not pushing no party over country. I am appreciative of that. Whoever the government, if I see that is happening, I appreciate that because I look elsewhere and I see that is not the case. Workers have been sent home and that offend how they could. You know what I mean? So I'm very thankful for that. In the meantime, I hope that ways and means and things will come up. That the persons who are there and in charge, those on the left side, those on the right side, and the governance, they can come up with ways and means that would help the others now who are not in government so that they could eat and they could drink and they don't have to listen to people who telling them that you have to thief, you understand, or that you have to beg, you have to rob in order to survive because too many of them trying that and they ending up dead.
Right.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, and a special good night to you.
Ways and means and things will come up. Okay,
so it's the top of the hour.
Yeah, let me just say to
stand by. Let me do the top of the hour ID.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Aisha, closing remarks?
Sure. Let me just say to Gordon Maloney that I went to view a vehicle recently, and in order to figure out how we were going to do financing, the car dealer asked us if we can pay for our vehicle in the US. He said there's a considerable decrease in the cost if we can come in to pay for our vehicle in the US. And I'm saying that to say, while you are seeing a lot of car dealers bringing in their vehicles, who knows if people are coming and making purchases with their own US, Mr. Gordon Maloney. So sometimes, you have to take all these things into consideration. Their profession, their business is to sell cars, and they're going to find a way to survive. So they're going to have discounts and sales for person who can finance their vehicles by paying in US. Some persons have Cash App, some persons pay in Bitcoin, all these different things are also options to pay that these used car dealers in Trinidad are finding a way to take advantage of because of the Forex issue. All right, so it's the top of the hour. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for taking the time out, because I know you had other things you could have done. And we really appreciate you. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you so much. Night, everyone.
Good night. My closing remarks. Love is a vessel that contains both security and adventure and commitment. Offers one of the great luxury of life, time. All right, let me just take your call. Go ahead, you're live.
Yeah. Hi, good night. Uncle Tommy, Aisha, anytime, man. Anytime, any spare time, must come on the show, man. You look beautiful tonight. So keep up the good work. Uncle Tommy and Uncle Washington, have a blessed night. I'll tell you a little bit again. Love and respect to all the viewers. And we will look for listening. Yeah, man.
Thank you, KFC. Like I said, I'll read it one more time. Love is a vessel that contains both security and adventure, and commitment offers one of the great luxuries of life, which is time. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you be the change you want to see. If when you look in that mirror, you don't like what you see, don't blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. Stay committed. And don't forget, we'll be back on Sunday, God willing. At that time, Look forward to seeing you on Let's Talk Politics on Sunday. Let's go out with Crazy.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutnipan and Calypso. It's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on liberty is we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on, Trinidad is we. From now on, one philosophy. From now on, Tobago shall be. From now on, standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we.